Hello, mga kapamilya. So, let's talk about something really juicy today. It's a topic that can make your Lola clutch her pearls and your tita start a debate that lasts until the next fiesta. We're diving deep into the world of love and relationships. Monogamy versus polygamy. Ano nga ba ang pinagkaiba? Simple lang, di ba? Monogamy is when you commit to one person. You're the one, your soulmate, you're forever. It's the classic love story we see in movies and read in books. 1 + 1 = a happy ending. Or so they say. On the other hand, we have polygamy. Ito yung medyo controversial, yung hindi pa masyadong tanggap ng society. This is when you have more than one partner at the same time, and everyone involved knows about it. Hindi ito yung patagong kabit system, okay? This is a consensual arrangement where love is shared among multiple people. Ang daming nagtataas ng kilay, diba? How can you love more than one person? Isn't that cheating? These are valid questions, mega toll, and that's why we're here to unpack all the drama and the real talk. The reason this is such a hot topic is because it challenges everything we were taught about love. We grow up believing that there's only one person for us. We search for that missing puzzle piece to complete our lives. So when the idea of polygamy comes along, it shakes the very foundation of our romantic beliefs. It makes us question, is love really a limited resource? Can you only give your whole heart to one person, or is your heart capable of expanding to love more, without diminishing the love you give to each? So, let's get real. Walang judgment dito, ha? We're just exploring the different ways people find happiness and fulfillment. Are you team monogamy, believing in the power of a singular focused love? Or are you curious about polygamy, where the idea is the more the merrier? Both have their own set of beautiful moments, and of course, their own brand of sakit sa ulo. Let's break down the pros and cons, the heartaches and the triumphs, and figure out what really matters in any relationship, regardless of the number of people involved. Let's go. Let's start with what we all know. Monogamy. The biggest pro? It's simple. Sharo, simple daw. But seriously, the focus is on one person. All your energy, your time, your late-night food cravings, your Netflix password, it's all for your one and only. There's a certain beauty in building a life with just one partner, creating a shared history that is uniquely yours. You become each other's #1 supporter, the default person you call when you have good news, or when you just had a really bad day at work. It's an exclusive club with only 2 members. Another advantage is the social acceptance. When you say, "This is my boyfriend," or "This is my wife," no one bats an eye. It's the norm. Society has built structures around monogamy, from family traditions to legal benefits. You don't have to explain your relationship to everyone you meet. There's a sense of security and stability in that. It's like following a well-known recipe for a cake. You know the steps, you know the ingredients, and you have a pretty good idea of how it's supposed to turn out. It's familiar, it's comfortable, and it's what everyone expects. But of course, where there is light, there is shadow. Let's talk about the downside. The pressure can be immense. This one person is expected to be your everything, your best friend, your lover, your financial advisor, your therapist, and your co-parent to your fur babies. That's a lot of hats for one person to wear. This can lead to disappointment when your partner inevitably falls short of these sky-high expectations. Hindi naman kasi sila superhero. This pressure can sometimes lead to feeling trapped or suffocated, especially if you feel you've outgrown the relationship but stay because of obligation. And here's the biggest heartbreak of monogamy: cheating. The promise is exclusivity. So when that promise is broken, the pain is on another level. It feels like the ultimate betrayal, because the entire foundation of the relationship was built on the idea of just us. This is where many of us get hurt. We pour everything we have into one person, only to find out they were secretly pouring some of theirs into someone else. It makes you question everything, and it's a pain that can make you want to give up on love altogether. Now, let's open the door to polygamy. Ano ba ang maganda dito? Well, for starters, the pressure is distributed. Your partners don't have to be your everything, because you have different people who can fulfill different needs. Maybe one partner is your intellectual match, the one you have deep conversations with until 3 in the morning. Another partner might be your adventure buddy, always ready to go hiking, or try a new exotic restaurant. It allows you to appreciate each person for their unique qualities without forcing them to be someone they're not. It's about building a small community of love and support. Another pro, and this is the big one, is the potential for radical honesty. In a healthy polyamorous relationship, communication is not just important, it is everything. You have to be brutally honest about your feelings, your boundaries, and your expectations. There's no room for secrets because the whole setup is based on transparency. This can be incredibly liberating. Imagine being able to talk openly about your attraction to someone else without it turning into a world-ending fight. It fosters a level of trust that, ironically, can be much stronger than in some monogamous relationships where things are often left unsaid. Of course, this isn't a fairy tale. Ang hirap kaya niyan. The biggest con is jealousy. Yes, it still exists. You are human, after all. Managing your own feelings of envy while also being sensitive to your partner's feelings is a constant emotional workout. It requires a lot of self-awareness, patience, and maturity. Imagine having to schedule your time not just between work and your partner, but between work and multiple partners. The logistics alone can be a nightmare. It's not just about sharing your heart, it's about sharing your calendar too. And then there's the judgment from the outside world. Prepare for the stares, the whispers, and the unsolicited advice from your Tita Maurice. Explaining your relationship dynamic over and over again can be exhausting. You'll be misunderstood, labeled, and judged by people who don't even know you. This lack of social acceptance can be isolating and can put a strain on all the relationships involved. You have to build a very strong foundation with your partners to withstand the criticism from a world that is not yet ready to understand your kind of love. Let me tell you a story. Imagine someone, let's call her Hope. Hope was a hopeless romantic, a firm believer in monogamy. She gave her all to one person, built her world around him. She thought she had found her forever. Then, one day, the world shattered. She discovered he was living a double life. The pain was unbearable. She felt like a fool for believing in a promise that was so easily broken. The betrayal made her question the very concept of monogamy. If exclusivity was the rule, why did it seem so easy for people to break it? After a long time of healing, Hope decided she couldn't go back to the same game with the same rules. She was tired of the lies. She met someone who introduced her to the world of ethical non-monogamy. At first, she was scared. But she was more scared of being lied to again. So she tried it. She entered a relationship where honesty was the #1 rule. If you feel something for someone else, you talk about it. Openly. No secrets, no hidden messages. It was messy and complicated, but it was honest. What Hope realized was that the problem wasn't the number of partners. The problem was the dishonesty. She found that she could feel more secure in a relationship with two people who were completely transparent with her than she ever did with one person who was hiding things. Her realization was this: true loyalty isn't about promising your body to only one person. It's about promising your honesty and respect to the people you love. Love should not be a cage. It should be a garden where everyone is free to grow, as long as you tend to it together. So, the lesson here, mga kapamilya, is that there is no single formula for love. What works for you might not work for someone else. The most important thing is to be true to yourself. Stop trying to fit into a box that society built for you if it's making you miserable. Whether you choose monogamy, polygamy, or to be happily single, what matters is that you are honest, you are kind, and you are happy. True love doesn't force you into a mold. It gives you the freedom to be your most authentic self. So I leave you with this question. In the grand, chaotic, and beautiful search for love, where does your heart truly feel at home?